Yeah. Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
All for the youngest. Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
They wanna know.
They wanna know
who I do it for.
who I do it for.
I do it all. I do it all. Do it for the kids.
Well, hey everyone, welcome to the Daily Snack. My name is Jeff. Thank you for starting your week off with me. I'm excited to kick off another week of the Daily Snack with you. Well, once again, it is Sunday. I'm recording this on Sunday, and another snowstorm. 2 Sundays in a row. I moved here from Minnesota, and I'm not a big fan of hot weather, but I said, you know what, I can endure some hot summer days if I don't have to shovel every weekend. And here are 2 weekends in a row I'm out there shoveling. It also means we couldn't get into our typical Daily Snack studio to record a game or something for you guys. And so, on Mondays on the Daily Snack, or maybe you don't, maybe this is your first time visiting us. On Monday, we've always got some kind of game or challenge going on that normally winds up with some kind of wacky thing. I ate some nasty fruit called durian. I've worn frozen t-shirts. We've got all kinds of goofy stuff. And today I've got a challenge that I want to give you. I want you to participate in a challenge today or sometime this week, and we're going to call it the Bigfoot Challenge. So let me tell you kind of how we landed here and what this challenge is all about. Now, first of all, Bigfoot has become kind of the unofficial mascot of social distancing. And you guys know all about social distancing. We had to do it all year long. About 12 months ago almost is when COVID kind of landed in America. And man, it has been quite a 12 months. But you've seen some of these signs. We've got one that we use actually for some of our live kids' church events that reminds us that Bigfoot is the social distancing champion. And so we should be like Bigfoot and keep our distance from other people. We've had a lot of fun with that in some of our live kids' church events. And if you know, Bigfoot, some people really actually believe that Bigfoot is real. And I've got to tell you, my wife is one of them. She thinks that Bigfoot is real. She's fascinated with maybe seeing Bigfoot one day. Now, most of us on the planet think Bigfoot, that's a cute story, but it's not really real. But there's all kinds of people who think they've seen him or seen evidence of him. And it's always him. How come Bigfoot is always him? That's so weird. So there's all kinds of people out there who swear that they have seen Bigfoot tracks. They're always out in the middle of nowhere somewhere, and they've seen Bigfoot footprint in the mud or in the snow like we had today. And they pour plaster in it and make casts of it and show the world, look, I've got a Bigfoot footprint. So here, this brings us to our challenge for this week on the Daily Snack. Can you make your own convincing Bigfoot footprint? I've shown you a couple pictures here at the Daily Snack. If you just Google Bigfoot footprints, you'll see dozens, hundreds of examples of Bigfoot footprints, big feet prints, whatever it might be. Can you make a convincing Bigfoot footprint, either in the snow, if there's snow left outside for you, or in the mud, because the ground is a little bit muddy right now? Ask your parents before you start tearing up the mud at your house, by the way. They might not think it's so cute if you tear up something that they don't want Bigfoot footprinted. So, the challenge is simple. Make your own Bigfoot footprint, take a picture of it, and then ask your parents to post that picture of your Bigfoot footprint onto the JC Kids Facebook group. If they just go to Facebook, they'll find JC Kids, JCKIDS, as a Facebook group, and they can post their picture there. I would love to see your Bigfoot footprint. I'm going to participate in this later today. I'm going to go outside and make my own Bigfoot footprint. And so you can go to JC Kids Facebook group. You can see that a little bit later today. And I would love to see yours. Let's see who can make the most convincing Bigfoot footprint. It's a fun way to start the week. That's what we do here on the Daily Snack on Mondays. We try to start the week off with a whole lot of fun just for you. We do it all for you. All right, so Before I leave, I want to invite you back to see the Daily Snack again later this week. We're going to have all kinds of fun, and we're going to continue on our theme of living extreme lives for God. We've had a whole bunch of keys to living extreme lives for God, and this week is going to be no different. We've got another key to living an extreme life for God, and I want to reveal that to you right now. Okay, disciples of Jesus are never too busy for people. Disciples of Jesus are never too busy for people. We're going to spend the rest of the week kind of unpacking what that's all about. What does it mean that you're never too busy for people? How is it possibly extreme? Why does God want us to never be too busy for people? What's that look like in our lives? We'll be looking at the Bible. We'll be checking in with Rock, Steadfast, and Scooter at the Winter Extreme X Factor games. We'll be having a conversation a little later this week. And of course, we'll finish the week. There's no school on Friday, by the way. So you can check in even Friday morning and visit Club Dance, and we'll kind of dance off everything that's happened this week. So until tomorrow, I will see you guys later. And by the way, if this is your first visit to the Daily Snack or you don't have a lot of experience with it, go back on the playlist. Watch some of our past episodes. We have a whole lot of fun here, and it's all for you. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
All for the youngest. Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
They wanna know.
They wanna know
Who I do it for.
who I do it for.
I do it all. I do it all. Do it for the kids.
They wanna know.
Well, hey everyone, this is Jeff. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Daily Snack. I hope you checked us out yesterday as I gave an incredible challenge. I gave us the Bigfoot challenge this week on the Daily Snack. I hope that you saw that. If not, make sure when you're done with this video to go back and watch yesterday's. If you saw it, are you working on it? Are you working on making a set of Bigfoot tracks in your yard to send in to the JC Kids Facebook page for us to take a look at? Mine are up there. You can take a look at the Bigfoot tracks that we found in our yard, and man, let's have some fun with that this week. All right, well, yesterday I did reveal a main point, a key to extreme living, another key to extreme living. This is like the, I don't know, 7th one now? I mean, we've had a whole ton of these over the past few weeks. So let's take a look at that again. All right, so let's talk about this a little bit. And when I think of some of these keys to extreme living, I think of Jesus, who kind of lived these keys out for us. You know, Jesus never got too busy to spend time with people. He had things he needed to do, but he always made time for people who wanted to be around him. He's a great example for his disciples to follow. That's really what a disciple is it's a follower of someone. So if we're a disciple of Jesus, we should do the things that Jesus did. And if we want to be true disciples of Jesus, then we need to make sure that we don't get too busy for people. Now, it all sounds great, but let's think about this for a second. I mean, come on. We've heard a lot about Jesus during this series, and if you come to Kids Church here at Journey's Crossing, we talk about this Jesus guy all the time. He performed miracles. He spoke to huge crowds. He was always telling these stories called parables. It sounds like he was really busy while he was here on Earth 2,000-ish years ago. I mean, it's hard to believe that he honestly made time for people when they wanted to talk to him. So we need to dig into this a little bit more, and we need to do that by looking at the Bible. The Bible has 4 guys, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, who wrote down the story of the things that Jesus said, the things that Jesus did while he was here on Earth. Even though he was very busy, there are many times in the Bible where Jesus made time for people that needed him. And I want to share not just one of them with you, not just 2 of them with you. I want to share 3 of those times with you right now. Well, like I said, today we're talking about making sure that we always take time for people. And that was something that was very important to Jesus when he was here on earth 2,000-ish years ago. Jesus, the Son of God, always made time for people, even people who weren't always very nice to him. There was a group of religious leaders called the Pharisees, and they constantly tried to trick Jesus and make him look bad in front of people. In John chapter 3, however, a Pharisee came to visit Jesus one night when it was very late, and he had a great name. His name was Nicodemus. Nicodemus had heard Jesus teaching, and he knew about the miracles that Jesus had performed. But Nicodemus had some questions for Jesus. He wanted to speak to Jesus face to face. Now, remember, it was late at night. Jesus was probably tired. Jesus could have said, "Go away, I need my sleep." He also could have said, "Hey, you're one of those Pharisees. You guys are always causing me trouble. Why would I want to talk to you, especially this late at night?" But Jesus didn't say any of those things. Instead, he made time to talk to Nicodemus and answer his questions. Jesus explained to him about God's love. He explained about eternal life. Jesus wasn't too busy to spend time with someone who needed his help. Later, in the next chapter, John chapter 4, Jesus was traveling with his disciples, and they stopped at a well outside of a village to rest. The disciples went into the village to buy food, but Jesus stayed behind at the well. Now, eventually, around noon, a woman came to the well to get some water. Now, this woman was a Samaritan, and Jesus was Jewish, and normally Jews tried to avoid Samaritans, and Samaritans tried to avoid Jews. They just didn't like each other. By the way, also in this culture, normally men tried to avoid women, and women tried to avoid men. It was weird for women and men to talk to each other in public if they weren't married. But Jesus spoke to the Samaritan woman. He said, "Please give me a drink." Well, the woman was surprised. Why was this Jewish person talking to her? Why was this man talking to her? Jesus went on to talk with her about eternal life, about worshiping God. Jesus didn't have to talk to her. He could have treated her just like all the other Jews, and he could not have spoken to her at all. By the way, he could have treated her like other men too and decided as a woman she just wasn't important enough to talk to. But Jesus was not too busy. He made time to talk with this woman, this Samaritan woman who needed him. There's another story about Jesus making time for people in the book of Mark, chapter 10. Some people brought their kids to see Jesus. The disciples thought Jesus was way too important to be bothered by children, and what they did is they tried to keep the kids away from Jesus, because that was common in the culture. Kids were to be actually not even really seen, definitely not heard. When Jesus saw what the disciples were doing, it's one of the very few times in the Bible it says that Jesus became angry. He said, "Let the children come to me. Don't stop them, for the kingdom of God belongs to those who are like these children." And he took the kids in his arms, and he placed his hands on their heads, and he blessed them. Jesus could have told the kids to leave him alone. He could have said, "I only have time for grown-ups. I'm important." But he didn't say that. Jesus taught his disciples that children are important, and he made time to visit with them. We learn a lot from the example Jesus gave us. Sure, there's going to be times when we're busy working on a project, or we're just busy having fun with something, but we should never get so busy with our tasks that we don't have time for people. Because disciples of Jesus are never too busy for people. See, it's so important not to get wrapped up in the things that we're doing that we don't have time for other people. There's always going to be something going on that we're doing or working on, but we need to remember that people are the most important thing. They're more important than tasks. They're even more important than fun tasks. And this honestly is a really extreme way to live life. I mean, honestly, this one is really tough for me. Every day I've got a to-do list, stuff that I've got to get done, like making these videos for you. And ever since I was old enough to work and have a job, my bosses and other people encourage me that doing the things on a list should be the number one priority I have, and spending time with people is somewhere further down that list. Actually, it's true of most adults. It's something you've probably noticed while your parents are home working with the COVID thing going on, or maybe something you've noticed about your older brothers or sisters. They're too busy working on homework or other things to spend time with you. But I gotta tell you, don't just point fingers at your parents and your older siblings. It can be true about you too. I mean, in my house, when I want to do something with my kids, but they're in the middle of a quest in Minecraft Dungeons, sometimes it's like I don't even exist. You can see why this idea can be pretty extreme. Well, I want you to come back tomorrow to the Daily Snack because we're going to check in with the Winter Extreme X Factor games. And we're going to look at what's happened with Rock, Steadfast, and Scooter. We're going to see if those guys understand the importance of spending time with people over doing the tasks and the things that they need to do for the competition. And we're going to maybe look at what that looks like a little bit in our lives. I'm going to have a verse to help you remember this by tomorrow and another fun way to help us remember that verse. And like I said, if you haven't gone back and looked at yesterday's video, make sure you do that. Find out what the Bigfoot challenge is and jump in and participate this week. Well, that's all I got for you on today's Daily Snack. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Young man, always surfing, no waves.
Oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy.
All right, you made it. Wednesday, hump day, middle day of the week. Glad you're here at the Daily Snack with me. Love seeing you guys over here on the Daily Snack. And, well, hey, let's recap the week so far. We had on Monday, we had a Bigfoot challenge I issued. I sure hope that you saw that. If not, go back, check it out when you're done with this. I hope that you jump in and take the Bigfoot challenge, get some Bigfoot tracks going in your yard. What could be more fun than making Bigfoot tracks, right? Yesterday, we took a look at what Jesus had to say about our key to extreme living this week, that disciples of Jesus are never too busy for others, for people. That's a big key. It's a little bit hard right now because we're separated. We got to be pretty intentional about it. But today, we need to check in with the Winter Extreme X Factor games. And we need to see what's happening with Rock and Scooter as they get ready to tackle an event that is unique to the X Factor games, the team test. So let's jump on over to Bob Kudos and find out what's happening with Rock and Scooter. Let's go.
Scooter, I just came to tell you, man, we got a ton of screaming, crazed fans that want to talk to you, man. Give them a piece of your time and let's go. Come on.
No time. I gotta ration my time, dude. I gotta finish my book. Me and my broom sweeping the road to glory. I gotta finish all these autographs, the TV interviews. There's no time for the fans. I'm so busy.
Whoa. You think you're too busy to talk to your fans? Scooter, something's wrong with you, man. Listen,
what?
Before you were a competitor, bro, you were a fan.
Oh, I know, and you can read all about that in chapter 4 of my book, but I gotta keep signing all these autographs.
No. You are gonna give them a piece of your time. Let's go, come on.
Hold on, my phone's ringing.
Oh. Dude, aren't you gonna answer that? I mean, who was it?
Oh, that was just my mom. She'll call back. I don't have any time to answer
That was your mom? Man, what's wrong with you? Hello, Miss O'Donnell. Miss O'Donnell, yes, the rock. Well, thank you very much. No, I don't put conditioner. Your son would love to talk to you. He is not too busy for his own. Yes. Yeah, here he is. Here.
Hi, Mom. Yeah, I love you. Bye.
You just totally hung up on your own mother. What?
Look, I'm too busy. I have too much work piling up. I have to sign these autographs. I have to do TV interviews. I have to finish my book. And I have to sign the endorsement for my Woohoo Ya Extremos.
But that doesn't... What are woohoo? Yeah, extremos.
It's my new breakfast cereal. Here, listen to this, listen to this. Hi, my name's Scooter O'Donnell, and when I need more woohoo, well, I just grab a nice tasty bowl of my woohoo, yeah, extremos. It gives me the energy I need to be number one. Now, it's also a part of this complete breakfast. I gotta keep signing.
Scooter! Scooter, we need to talk, man. Come on.
Fine. I can give you 2 minutes, but that's it, Rock.
Well, look, here's what I need you to think about. Man, you can't just focus and get in your own little world, man. You gotta think about those fans and everybody that are here to congratulate you.
But, you know, I'm just too
busy. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know, but here's what I want you to remember. Do you remember before you were a competitor, when you were a fan?
Oh, yeah, it was totally extreme.
Yeah, man, but think about this. Do you remember after that race that I won and then I took you to lunch?
Oh, that meant so much to me because you were a competitor and you took the time to go to lunch with me.
Yeah, not only that, I'm a world champion, man. I took time to train you even today to get you where you are.
You didn't. And Rock, thank you so much. I mean, so much.
Well, here, look, it's settled. You're gonna help me with this team test. That's the next competition I have to do by myself.
Oh, well, what is it? What is it?
Well, here's what it is. It's a cross-country ski event, man, and there's 2 ways you can go. There's this short way and this long, beat-down, hard way.
Oh, dude, just take the short way. It's easier and you're bound to win.
No. It's not that easy. It's not that simple. That's where you come involved, man. There are 3 stops along the path. Man, if I take this first stop, right, and I answer a question right, I get to go through the short route.
Okay.
But if I get the question wrong, I take a long, hard route. Yeah.
What do you need from me?
I need you to answer a couple of questions about who you are. You got a couple of minutes for me?
Oh, Rock, I'd love to help you. Yeah. But you ran out of time. You were talking to me about making time for people when you should have been asking me questions, and I gotta get back to work.
Scooter,
There's so much to do.
You promised to help me, man. Come on.
Rock, you'll do great. Good luck, and I'll see you afterwards. Sign. Oh, all right.
Fine, man. Whatever.
It's time for the X Factor Games team test. I'm Bob Kudos. What's the team test, you ask? This is the event that not only tests endurance, but also how well our teammates know each other. We are down to 5 teams in this competition, and each of those teams is represented here today. With them, of course, is Rock Steadfast, whose team is currently in first place. We go now to Snowplow Svensson to see if Rock can keep that lead by winning the team test. Snowplow?
I'm here, Bob, and the skiers are on the starting line. They look ready for the first question. What is the name of your teammate's first pet? It appears that only 2 of the teams got the right answer here. It looks like Rock Steadfast will have to take the long route for the first leg of the race. There are 2 teams now battling for the lead. And look, they reached the next question point already. The second question is, what is your teammate's birthday? Well, most of the racers have answered the question and are off along the easy path. Here comes Rock, just seconds behind. We'll see if Rock knows the answer. Another mistake by Rock. You know, Rock and Scooter really should have taken some time to go over some details before the race. Rock is quite a bit behind at this point as the rest of the teams begin to reach the final question point before the finish. The final question for our teams is, what is your teammate's shoe size? And one by one, the racers are answering the question and making a mad dash for the finish. And Rock will be the last racer to reach the final question point. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, that's 3 errors in a row. Rock could not answer the final question and will be forced once again to take the long path to the finish, where I'm afraid there will be nothing waiting except last place for this event. The loss will also bump Team Steadfast out of first place and into second place going into the final event next week. And it looks like Team Oldenburg has won the team test. There's Team Blitzcraig finishing out next. And in third, we have Team Brooks. Fourth place goes to Team Johnson. And obviously last place will go to Team Steadfast.
Oh, that is unfortunate. But don't worry, I, Bob Kudos, will continue our coverage of this race until the very end. Welcome back to the Rock Steadfast Search with Bob Kudos. Good evening, I'm your host, Bob Kudos. What can I say but wow? The Ski Patrol was dispatched hours ago to find Rock, and I've just received word that they were successful. Apparently, Rock got lost on the last leg of the hard path and has been searching for the finish for the past few hours. The Ski Patrol is bringing Rock in by helicopter right now. Thanks for watching. I'm Bob Kudos.
Last one. I'm done with all my work today. Oh, Rock, just the person I wanted to see. I have time to answer your questions now. To the extreme. Scooter, man, it's too late, bro. It's too late? I lost, man. Oh, well, in that case, let's go see those fans that wanted to see us earlier. I haven't seen fans, man. They've been gone for hours, Scooter. What are you talking about? It's too late. They're gone? Oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna call my mom because I love my mom and I told her I was gonna call her back. Mom? It's me, Scooter! Mom, are you there? Hello? I think she hung up on me. What's everybody's deal today? I mean, what do you think, Scooter? You've been blowing people off. You've been too busy all day. First, the fans, man. You never had time for them. You were too busy. Then when your mom wanted to talk to you, too busy. Then when I needed your help, you were too busy for me, man. We're not in first place. We're not in first place? We lost. It's because of you, Scooter. But I needed to do all of that Scooter. I'm not saying all these things are not important, but think about all those times I made time for you. And this is the way you're gonna repay me. Rock, come back. Look, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. We're still okay, right? We're still okay. Scooter, right? Do I look okay? Does it look like we're okay? Look, let's just get ready for the next event, all right? I mean, I can't believe you. Rock, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the extreme. Rock, wait up.
All right, well, welcome back. That was pretty rough. I really hope those two can get stuff worked out before the next event. Next week is our final event of the X Factor Games. Yeah, a lot of bad stuff happened because Scooter wouldn't make time for anyone. Again, that's why it's so important that we make time for people. You never know when someone really, really needs your help or maybe just needs someone to talk to. We should always make time for others because God is always willing to make time for us. The God who created the universe, who is in charge of everything, who is doing all kinds of things in all kinds of situations all around the world, 24/7, he always has time for us. The Bible says when we go and we talk to him, God will always, always, always hear us. You know, it's just amazing. I want to share a verse with you that's going to help you remember the importance of spending time with people. Check this out. All right, like many of our verses here in our Winter Extreme Time, this one was written by Paul, who I've shared with you as probably the most extreme guy in the New Testament of the Bible who's not named Jesus. Man, Paul did it all. He traveled all over the world multiple times in order to tell people about Jesus, and he was ridiculed and whipped and beaten and arrested and shipwrecked and all kinds of stuff because of it. But as he was sitting in his prison cell writing a letter to a church in a town called Philippi, he had this to say to the Philippian Christians there. He said, "Don't look out only for your own interests, but take an interest in others too." If there was anyone who ever had an excuse just to worry about his own health and safety and what was going on with his life, it was Paul. I mean, he was in jail in Rome. He had the potential of losing his life if the Caesar decided he was guilty of whatever crime it was they were trying to pin on him. But instead, he took the time to care for others who were other places in the Roman Empire, writing letters to them back and forth, praying for them nonstop, and encouraging them in what it means to follow Jesus, including this advice to not only look out for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. This verse reminds us not just to worry about ourselves, but to spend time with others. That might look a little bit different right now in COVID, but you've got your family at home. Man, you guys should spend some good quality time together. It can be so difficult with you doing Zoom school and your parents working. It can be hard to actually spend real time together, but you can help make that a priority. And there's others as well. You can, FaceTime people, talk with Zoom, check in with your grandparents, see how they're doing. There's a lot of lonely people out there, and they would love to talk to you. Well, that is it for this episode of the Daily Snack. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you tomorrow as we have a little Mad Lib fun here at the Daily Snack. We're going to have a little Mad Lib fun with what it means to spend time with people versus spending time with tasks. So, until tomorrow, can't wait to see you later. Bye-bye.
Young man, always surfing, no waves.
Well, hey kids, welcome to the Daily Snack today. I'm so glad that you've planned to spend your Thursday with us here. I've got Melissa with me. How you doing, Melissa?
Hi, I'm good. Hi, kids.
All right, and we're going to do something today. We're going to call it My Busy Day, and it's kind of like a Mad Lib. I don't know how many of y'all do Mad Libs. My kids love these things. They're constantly doing them around the house. They're doing them with words that I don't know why they're using those words in stories, but they have a great time with it. And so, Melissa, let me tell you what's going on, and kids at home, let me tell you what's going on. First of all, let me remind us of our key to extreme living this week, which is disciples of Jesus are never too busy for people. That's what we talked about. We talked about how Jesus met with the people in the middle of the night, met with kids, met with women around a well. I mean, just did all kinds of stuff. But it's great to see how Jesus did it 2,000 years ago. Now we got to talk about what that might look like in our lives. And so I've got a My Busy Day story. And we're going to do this a couple of times. And I've got some fill in the blanks. I'm going to ask Melissa for some answers. She does not know the story. So this will be fun. She has no idea what she's getting herself into. She's going to give me some answers. I'm going to plug them into the story. And then I'm going to tell the story to you guys. And we'll talk about it. So Melissa, sound like a plan?
Yep, sounds good.
All right. I'm going to need kind of three things from you for this first story. And the first one is I need a list from you of 7 tasks or errands that you might have to do during the day. So what are 7 things that you might have to do during the course of a normal day?
Okay, so 7 things. I have them here. I would take out the trash.
Okay.
Go to Zumba class.
Yes.
Wash dishes.
Okay.
Do laundry.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing that right now, actually.
Pay bills.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the grocery store.
Okay.
And go to the post office.
And the post office. Brooke did that today, too. Okay. And I also need from you a food.
Let's go with pizza.
Pizza. That's a great one. And I need an adjective from you. Kids at home who are like, what's an adjective? That is a word that describes a noun, a thing. So give me an adjective, Melissa.
I'm going to go with beautiful.
Beautiful. That's a wonderful adjective. All right. So let me tell the first version of the My Busy Day story. Melissa got up at 5 o'clock this morning to take out the trash before the rest of the family was awake. Once the family woke up and got out of bed, she fed them pizza and went to Zumba, which I don't know that you would eat pizza before you go do Zumba. That would be not a good combination right there. After shooing everyone off to school, Melissa took a few minutes to wash the dishes. She was tired, but she knew she had lots more to do. She hopped in her car and headed for the grocery store. After that, she did some laundry. This was turning out to be a beautiful day for Melissa. It was time to head home so she could pay some bills. The day progressed and it was time to pick up the kids. And on her way to school, Mrs. Melissa stopped and went to the grocery store. You went again, I guess. 2 trips to the grocery store in one day. Boy, she was tired after that. After a full evening of helping with homework and cooking dinner, Melissa was ready to fall into bed, but she took time to go to the post office one last time. Oh, what a crazy day.
Yes. I guess this post office is open pretty late, huh?
That's a late night post office. Absolutely. 2 trips to the grocery store and a late night post office visit. All right, so let's talk about the story. First of all, this sounds exhausting. I don't know how you would make it to the end of that day. I was tired just reading this story. Melissa, how could you do it?
That's a lot of stuff to do in one day. I don't know, Jeff. I had to have some type of superpower going on or something.
You need like a Melissa clone to like farm out some of these tasks to. It'd be crazy.
Yes.
Now, did you get to spend a lot of time with people doing all those tasks?
No, I don't think so, Jeff. I was just so busy trying to get everything done. I don't think so. I don't think I would be able to spend a lot of time with people.
Yeah,
just going.
Yeah, it sounds exhausting and it sounds lonely. It sounds terribly lonely just doing thing after thing after thing after thing.
Yeah.
Would you want to sign up for that day?
Absolutely not. Right?
Yeah, kids at home, and obviously you can't drive and do all those things, but I don't think that sounds like a very fun day for you either. I mean, just imagine that your mom had to do all these things and she brought you to each one of them. She brought you to the post office late at night. She brought you to the grocery store twice. She brought you to this. She brought you to that. You just spent all the day in the car going from here to there and here and there. It sounds terribly tiring, especially if she said you couldn't bring like the Nintendo Switch in the car with you, or she wasn't going to put a DVD on in the car with you. If you just had to do all the tasks without the entertainment. Sounds awful. So let's see if we can change this story up a little bit. This time, Melissa, I'm still going to need 3 things from you. And the first one is also a list of 7 things, but this is a list of people that you might want to spend time with during the day. So either a person or a group of people that you would want to spend time with. So I need 7 of those from you.
Okay, we're going to go with my sister.
Okay.
My nephew.
All right.
My friend.
Great.
I'm going to go with God.
Oh, yeah.
My coworker.
Great.
My neighbor.
Yep.
And my brother.
All right. And then also, give me a place.
Let's go with a park.
All right. And also a food again.
Ice cream.
Ice cream is awesome. All right. Let's tell the second version of the My Busy Day story. Melissa got up at 5 o'clock this morning to visit with her sister before the rest of the family was awake. Once the family woke up and got out of bed, she fed them breakfast and spent some time with her nephew. And after shooing everyone off to school, Melissa took a few minutes to call her friend. She was tired, but she knew she had lots more to do, so she hopped in her car and headed for the park. And after that, she spent some time with God. This was turning out to be a busy day for Melissa. It was time to head home so she could get on a Zoom call with her coworkers. The day progressed and it was time to pick up the kids. And on her way to school, Melissa stopped and said hi to her neighbor. Boy, she was tired after that. After a full evening of helping with homework and feeding everyone ice cream, Melissa was ready to fall into bed, but she took time to call her brother one last time. This sounds like a much better day.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Much more enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Melissa, which story would be the better way to start the day? The day where you just go from thing to thing to thing and just run yourself, I don't know, like a chicken with its head cut off, or the day where you get to spend time with all these people?
Absolutely the second story, the story where I'm able to spend time with people I love and people I care about. I would much rather prefer that story than the other one.
Even a chance to go to the park and just spend some time with God. That's a great way to spend time. I mean, God's a people too. We love God, right?
Yes, absolutely. That would probably be the best part of my day.
And kids, what do you think at home? I'm guessing you're agreeing with Melissa that yes, even if we're people who like to be by ourselves a lot, that second day sounds a whole lot better. Are there days, Melissa, where you wind up having to just kind of hop from task to task to task and just kind of do all these things on like a to-do list?
Yeah, I do have those days, Jeff. I'm more of a people-oriented person than a task person, but task-oriented person. But I do have those days where I'm just doing, busy, and they're not very pleasant. Those days.
How can you make sure that you're not too busy to spend time with people on those days?
Well, I just have to make sure that I am carving out time for the people I love and the people that I care about. I think we have to just make time to do that, Jeff, and make it a priority.
Absolutely. Yeah. I try to listen because I can get really locked into tasks. Like, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. I try to listen for those cues when someone asks me like, hey, can I, or hey, are you, can we have a talk? Can we play a game? Like, I try to listen for that. And when I hear that, I go, oh, right. People are really important. Now, here's the big question. So we're talking about how we should never be too busy for people and how spending time with people is much more preferable to doing tasks. Does this mean that we can ignore tasks just to spend time with people? For instance, if our mom says to us, hey, I need you to clean your room, it looks like a pig lives in here, can you say to your mom, well, listen, I would love to clean my room, but I'd rather spend time with you, Mom. Can we just spend some time together? Is that kind of where we're going with all this?
Well, in terms of, if our parents ask us to do something, it's really important that we obey our parents, right? When we think about what God wants us to do, when we think about the commandments, one of them is to just honor our parents and to respect our parents and do what they say. So it's really important to do that. It's really important to spend time, with our parents too, but it's especially important to obey them.
Yeah, absolutely. When we do a task like that, we're really doing it for the people that we love, right? One of the ways that we can show our mom that we love her is to spend time with her for sure. But also if she says, hey, clean up your room, we show mom love when we do that, because if we don't do it, eventually it's our mom who winds up in our room picking up after us, which means she can't spend time with us or neighbors or loved ones too, because now she's doing a task that we should have done. So there's a balance there. It doesn't mean we can just ignore all our tasks just to spend time with people, but we definitely want to make sure that we're prioritizing people, which is really hard right now because we've been around the same people for like 11 months now, and sometimes we get a little tired of them. We still need to make sure that we're showing them love and showing them how much we care about them and how important they are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's it. I hope you had fun playing a little bit of Mad Lib with me, Melissa. And kids at home, I hope that you heard how important it is to spend time with people, that disciples of Jesus are never too busy for people, and to make sure every day, you've got lots of things that you have to do. You've got to go to Zoom meetings for school, and you have homework to do, and you might have chores around the house. But that doesn't mean that you should ignore people and focus on tasks at the expense of all the people around you that love you so much. And I think that brings us to the end of our time on the Daily Snack. Before I say goodbye to you, let me remind you that tomorrow we're back here on the Daily Snack. Tomorrow you have no school. Friday is a day off, which is super terrific. And we're going to be at Club Dance once again this Friday. We're going to have 3 songs for you. It's the perfect way to end the week. I know Melissa loves music just as much as I do. What a better way is there to end the week than to just sing, dance, sweat a little, and just kind of, get rid of all the cares and worries of the week by spending a little bit of time at Club Dance, singing to God and having fun on the Daily Snack. Can you think of a better way to end the week?
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for us. We're going to say goodbye, and we can't wait to see you guys again soon, and especially tomorrow on the Daily Snack. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
I do it. Yeah. surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
All for the youngest, young man, always surfing.
Not the case, so I thought that our theme today for Club Dance should be love, because you know, the Bible lets us know that God is ultimately the authority in this world, right? He made the world. He is over the whole world. He is everywhere all at once. He knows everything that's going on. He's in control. And, but the one word that the Bible uses more than any other word to describe who God is love. In fact, when we want to know what real love is all about, we only need to look to God and His Son Jesus in the Bible. The Bible lets us know that God really shows us what love is by sending His Son Jesus to earth for us. So let's kick off this edition of Club Dance, the Love Edition, by singing a song about what real love is all about. Here we go.
Staring into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. Reaching beyond the skies, running deep, stretching wide. Perfect love realized here with you. Now this love is for real, you will never let go, never let go. Oh, and it's more than just words, love beyond my control, out of control. This is real love, this is real love. This is real love, this is real love. Oh. Holding my heart to the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love, this is real love. In your heart, I'm found. I want you, I want you. You won't let me down. You got me, you got me. Now this love is for real, you will never let go, never let go. Oh, and it's more than just words, love beyond my control, out of control. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart to the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love, this is real love. Oh. Staring into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. This is real love, this is real love. This is real love, this is real love. Oh. Holding my heart to the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love, this is real love. Oh.
Well, how do you guys like that song? I always love it when we sing that together on a Sunday morning at the building. I get a little out of breath sometimes during that song, but you know, some of the best songs are like that. Well, let's keep going with this love theme because God shows us not just what real love is, but what perfect love is. We've got a song called Perfect Love that talks about how this perfect love accepts us at our worst. It can't be reversed or taken away. It drives fear out of our lives. It calls us to draw near to him. It's the love that God's Son Jesus has for us. So let's sing about this perfect love.
There's a perfect love that takes me at my worst. There's a perfect love that can't be reversed. Ooh, yeah. This perfect love drives away all fear. This perfect love calls all to draw near. Jesus, the Son of God. Jesus, the Son of Man. Jesus, the King of Kings. Jesus, the great I am. Jesus. There's a perfect love I do not deserve. I don't deserve. There's a perfect love that will never swerve. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. This perfect love drives away all fear. This perfect love calls all to draw near. Jesus, the Son of God. Jesus, the Son of Man. Jesus, the King of Kings. Jesus, the great I am. Jesus.
Hey, God gave his perfect love, his one and only son, who spilled his perfect blood, that sin may be undone.
Jesus, the Son of God. Jesus, the Son of Man. Jesus, the King of Kings. Jesus, the great I am. To you we raise our hands. To you we raise our voice. For you we humbly stand. For you we do rejoice. Jesus.
All right, one last song to talk about love, and that is this song, Relentless, which reminds us that God's love for us is relentless. It means it won't stop. When we turn our backs on God, he doesn't turn our back on us. He keeps chasing us down because he loves us so much. And it'll just never stop. There's nothing that we can ever do that will separate us from the love of God. So, get up, dance along, sing along to Relentless.
Salvation sounds a new beginning. As distant hearts begin believing, redemption's bid is unrelenting. Your love goes on. Your love goes on. When the world gives way, carry
All right, how was it? How was our love-themed club dance day? You know, sometimes when we think about love, we think about slow songs, and we think about kind of slow dancing people swaying, and that's not what we did today, is it? Because love doesn't have to be quite like that. We can have a whole lot of fun and get up and dance and have fun with this idea that God loves you. And I want to make sure that when you walk away today, you know that one truth in your life, that God loves you. He really, really, really does.
Yeah. Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
All for the youngest. Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
They wanna know.
They wanna know
who I do it for.
Who I do it for.
I do it all. I do it all. I do it for the kids.
They wanna know. They wanna know who I do it for. Who I do it for. Yeah, I do it all. Yeah, I do it for the kids. This right here for the kids. Yeah, I know what they want. I'ma give them what they need.